Hey there everybody, it's Verity here from inkybutterfly.com. Thank you very much for joining me again today for another card making tutorial. And we are doing something really simple with the Sending Hugs bundle today. So I really wanted to showcase this lovely die cut and all the detail it's got in it. So we're only really using the stamp set just to stamp the little sentiment. So that's the Sending Hugs stamp set. We also have this really lovely floral image that you could use on its own too. So it's very much a mix and match, this this set. I have used it before using the two together, but you can make really great cards just with the stamp set. And in theory, actually, just with the dies, actually. So that's what we're using today, Sending Hugs, and then these are the dies that we're using. So there's the 4 letters just held on one die, which is really convenient for die cutting out bows. Little sentiment tags to suit the little companion sets, a couple of extra leaves and flowers and stuff, and then we've got this this lovely detailed die that features on the card I'm making today. So there we are, that's what we're doing. So this one is Melon Mambo white and black. We're still going to keep the same colour combo, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a white card base and use the Melon Mambo for the detail, and just compare and contrast and see how that looks. Other than that, I'm just keeping it all the same. So all we need to do then is, I've already got my card base cut and scored and stuff, so what we'll do is we will just cut this out of some Melon Mambo, and I was just going to check whether this fits through the mini, and I think it does. Yeah, it will. It would fit through a mini if you've got the mini machine as well. Okay, so that's always worth noting. Alright, so that's going on, because I want to do multiple things. I'm going to use the big machine though, but you can quite easily do this on the little one. Okay, so before we prep the black cardstock, what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp and heat emboss the sentiment, which I've got mounted here on a little G block, and we are going to be like I say, heat embossing that, which means we need to use our Versamark ink, which is a clear sticky ink. Just check I've got that the right way around because I cut that down. Clear sticky ink that will catch the powder so that we can emboss it. Okay, so just light tapping, just like we would with any other stamp and any other ink, and just press that down and make sure that transfers across. Then I'm just going to bring in my little tray that I use just to catch that powder. I just find it a little more convenient, especially when I'm filming. And we'll bring in our white embossing powder and just sprinkle that over the top. Now, if you've got sticky fingerprints and stuff on your cardstock, you don't realise how much moisture there is in your fingertips and stuff. So if that happens, you can just wipe it away with a clean, dry paintbrush. Just be careful you don't wipe away the bits that you want. Okay, so just flicked away all of that just so that it's nice and sharp on there. Okay, we just need to get rid of this powder, so I'm just going to do that quick, otherwise there will be a catastrophe. Oops. And we can heat emboss that, so that's not going to take very long to heat at all, and it probably won't be very obvious on the video. But what I'll do is this will be really loud underneath the microphone, so I'm just going to do it under the camera but on mute. I'll be heating the back and then going to the front just to finish it off. So bear with me a sec and we will get that done. Alright, okay. Doesn't take long at all. Just really quick, and just heating on the back and then on the front just minimises the warping a little bit. It still will, but it is less warped than it would be if you just went full blast onto the front. So we can just place our die over the top of that and run through that. So we've got our Melon Mambo with the detailed die, we've got our little sentiment, and we've got our Hugs lettering all on the same plate. And so long as your dies don't cross over, that'll all be fine. So we'll just run that through. With the detailed dies, I do like to run them through and then back again. So Hugs dies come out clean, and the letters are just there and stuck to my cutting plate. So there they are, ready to go. You can play Scrabble or something. Right, we'll lift that off. The dies come out clean, no poking out to do on there. And then we will just lift off our negative here. See, it's all very, apart from the fact that it's quite detailed and you sort of get snagged on things, this die just cuts beautifully. Okay, so one of the tips we've got here is that if you just sort of run your fingers over, a lot of the bigger pieces will just sort of fall out from the back, but the little fibres in the paper just like to cling on to each other, which is why this happens. Okay, but most of them rub out quite quickly, just like that. And then you can use the die brush to help you with some of those other bits. So if you just gently rub over your die cut with the brush in different directions. So we're just trying to catch those little pieces of paper just to try and see if we can get them to let go of their the rest of them. So that gets out a whole heap more. But there are occasionally some that are a little more stubborn than others, and that's where you need your pokey tool. Okay, so a lot of them will come out first time, no problem. Sometimes if you just give them a good sharp flick with your finger over the bin, they'll come out. See, that one's just hanging on for dear life for some reason. It's incredible how determined these little scraps of paper can be sometimes. Just make sure they're all out on the back. Sometimes they hang on behind the thing. There we go. And I've got little pink pieces of cardstock everywhere, which I'll probably find all over the house later. So let's just move that out of the way. Just giving that a flick over the bin so it's nice and clean. There we go, all gone. And just putting that back over there. Right, so there we go. That's the fiddly bit. Okay, so I think I'm going to end up having the conclusion that the white really does stand out on the pink card base. And of course the other thing we could have done is we could have die cut this in black and then use the pink as the accent colour. So there's just loads of options. I mean, you know, I've chosen pink, you know, there's all these other Stampin' Up colours that you could be using. And I've only secured that with the main letters there. I haven't bothered sticking down all these little tails and things. One, because it's a faff, and two, it just gives a bit of texture and stuff. Just need to be mindful when you're putting it in your envelope that you don't catch them. And go steady with the glue as well. You only need a little bit here and there just to secure those letters. Just a smear or two. Don't have to coat it at all. And it does dry clear anyway. So we do have the odd little squidgy bit. It will. I think it's because I've had it lying on its side, it's coming out a little fast, that's all. Dead easy to line up. And then this guy, again, just some wet glue on there just to secure that through the die cut. Okay, hugs on your special day, so we're just going to need to hold that in place just for a couple of minutes or seconds even, just while that grabs. Okay, and that is it. Really, really easy. Really, really simple, just using those die cuts. Oh, don't forget my matte black dots. Could use the rhinestones, pearls, whatever you want. But I thought the black dots would nicely offset the rest of the black in the design. We'll do our little cluster of 3 there, as we often do, and then it's finished. There we go. So I like this one. I think there's much more oomph on there, but you know, as we say, you know, everyone's got different tastes when it comes to colour and combinations and what they like and stuff. And say you may not really want all this lifted up and adding some extra dimension, but I think it just adds another something to the card and just makes it, you know, a little bit more interesting that you've got that raised element on there. Okay, so I hope you like that. Really quick, simple. As always, if you just check in the description bar, all the stuff that I've used today is going to be linked there for you to have a look, and go straight to the online shop if you wish to purchase anything. Please do like and subscribe if it's the first time you've been here. And I do read all the comments. I'm really love the interaction I get from my regular viewers. So thanks ever so much, and I shall see you again soon. Take care. Bye.